bullseye.
And let's kick off episode 172, PROGRESSmas, Progress Chapter 4. A few things have been announced over the course of the past days, weeks, days, more days, because Progress Chapter 4 has not been that long ago. And in the spirit of PROGRESSmas, we're going to start things off with a bit of a fun matchup. I'm going to get more into detail as to what and why this is when we're into the loading screen, or the gameplay most likely, actually. Let's get into the loading screen for the first content. Of course, you can see up top are the current champions on Progress. The only titles yet to be determined are the tag titles. They're still vacant. That's not going to change today. We've got a tag team match on the show again. Another two set of tag teams are going to be debuting here tonight, but they're now going to be crowning the new tag team champions. We're going to feel out the tag team division, see who is there, who performs well. Masters Man, of course, picking up a victory last week over LAX, and also CCK defeating the Lucha Brothers in Chapter 1. Those are probably the two, those are the two tag team victories we had so far. We're going to see another two tag teams here tonight, but we're going to have a total of two title matches on the card. I can tell you that much. One has been confirmed last night. That is Keith Lee will be defending the Progress World title against Wolfgang, the man that attacked him at the end of the main event of last chapter. The main event against Walter. He's going to get a bit of a revenge, but this match is going to be about another superstar, a man that we're going to hear from later, or about later, Mr. Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey has requested this match, and I, in the spirit of Christmas, in the spirit of PROGRESSmas, I have graded that match. This is a match to crown, to determine Coffey's little helper. He's got his brother Mal Coffey. Apparently that's not enough for him, so he wants some more assistance, maybe to strengthen his numbers. If the winner is going to be down with that's not on me, but we've found 6 superstars that are going to be fighting for that honor to possibly become Coffey's little helper. El Ligero is the one out here first, fighting for that spot, fighting for that chance. 6 men over the top battle royale who will possibly join forces with the Coffey brothers here on PROGRESSmas, or after PROGRESSmas, I guess. Also in this match is, by the way, these are going to be 3 debuts in that match. Well, 2 debuts. Ligero and the following entrant are going to be debuting. The rest have actually been part of the Citadel mode before, or still are. Who knows? Entering next is Mr. Damien Sandow, former WWE, real life WWE superstar, of course, is coming to Progress, maybe to strengthen the numbers for the Coffeys in a more intellectual manner than actually fighting power. If he is going to be able to win a 6-man over the top battle royale, if he can convince his opponents with via words, but to go over the top rope, I would imagine. Can he win the straight up fight? I don't know. The next one coming out here is also a former real life WWE superstar. It is none other than Mr. How You Doing? It is Enzo Amore. He has made his way to Progress, looking for maybe a last effort to get back into the business, joining the Coffeys. I mean, you be the judge. Who's going to be more liked or disliked in that setup? The Coffeys themselves with their underhanded tactics, or the man possibly standing next to them, Mr. Enzo Amore? You be the judge. I'm not sure. Entrant number 4. Into this 6-man over the top battle royale, Keith Lee won. I'm surprised. I'm legit surprised, Jack. Do you hear that music? Do we know that music? We know that voice. Entrant number 4 is Mr. Aiden English, Raw superstar, if I'm not mistaken, joining the Progress roster on a bit more regular basis than he's maybe been joined the Raw roster. Has he made an appearance yet on Raw? So it is Aiden English from Raw. Also joining that match is the man from NXT. It is the man that might face the facts here tonight. It is Kurt Hawkins. Would the coffees be enough to turn around the losing streak of Kurt Hawkins? I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. The coffees, I don't know if they're going to take Kurt Hawkins as a little helper. But maybe they're going to take this very man, a man that is looking for some support. Is looking for a partner for the duration of this Universe mode so far. Rusev was not the one. Funnily enough, Aiden English in that match as well. Of course, we know the history with him and Rusev. It is Nick Miller. He is back in action. He has recovered from the attacks by Rusev. And looking to make an impact on Progress now. Can Nick Miller be Coffee's little helper? Let's get this one out of the way finally. Ligero, Senna, Amore, Hawkins, English, and Nick Miller in this 6-man over-the-top battle royale. Who might be joining forces with the Coffee? Is Enzo eliminates El Ligero legit seconds into this match. Oh my goodness. Is Senna going to eliminate Enzo Amore though? Is Senna going to throw Enzo Amore over the top rope? Whoa. Hawkins is gone. English has got Hawkins. What is going on? Hey, English got Hawkins already. We're getting quick eliminations that one. So NXT's Hawkins and El Ligero are eliminated in very, very quick fashion that one. My goodness, we're down to Senna, English, Amore, and Nick Miller already. Big clothesline there by Nick Miller on Damien Sandow. As Amore is now going after Aiden English. Big punch there by Amore. Blocked by English and Sandow with the back butted up on Nick Miller. Who could be the third one to go? And Amore's got Aiden English Sandow. Is he going to eliminate him as well now? Is Amore going to go for his second elimination in that match? The other one coming by the hands of Aiden English himself. But no, English stays in this. Amore is still going after him though. Nick Miller versus Damien Sandow and Enzo Amore versus Aiden English are the matchups right now. Nice low drop kick there by Enzo Amore. Running neck breaker by Damien Sandow. Aiden English taking him a bit of a breather on the bottom rope. Enzo Amore is not going to give him any time though. Sandow now looking to get Nick Miller over the top rope. That would be the second of 3 main roster superstars eliminated by as Nick Miller would go over the top rope. Kurt Hawkins, of course, from NXT is the first one. We have Aiden English from Raw and Nick Miller still in the match from SmackDown, not being eliminated by Damien Sandow just yet. 2 very, very quick eliminations to start this one off. The others have waited a bit. Aiden English ducks Amore. Amore's gone. Miller does the same with Sandow. We're down to Miller and English. We're down to Raw versus SmackDown. Very similar eliminations on the very first bit by Amore and English, and now very similar eliminations by English and Miller, ducking the attacks by both Sandow and Amore, and that quickly we're down to 2 men, Aiden English and Nick Miller. I wonder what Shane Thorne has, or do you mean in real life? I don't know. Funny thing, Shane Thorne is on his own on Raw for us as well, so. God, they're copying us so hard. Aiden English is trying to get Nick Miller over the top rope. Could Aiden English be heading towards Progress? I think he is the only one, in fact, that has not really appeared on any other show. This is Aiden English debut, and what a debut it will be. Joining forces with the Coffees again, not appearing on Raw for a few more weeks. Could see him sign with Progress full-time. Miller gets him. Oh, and doesn't get him over the top rope. I mean, he got him over the top rope, but not to the outside. English hangs on. Very well done there by Aiden English. I thought he was gone there. Miller with a nice counter. Tries to get Aiden English with a nice counter. Inverted DDT there on Nick Miller. Back up to his feet there. Nice punch towards Aiden English. We've seen an almost elimination by Nick Miller in this one-on-one setup, but not quite yet. Can English do the same, or maybe even get that full-on elimination on Nick Miller? Miller's got him locked again, sending him into the ropes. Could that be it for Aiden English? Nick Miller has him up there, trying to get him over. It's looking good for Nick Miller. Could Nick Miller be heading to Progress? No, English again hanging on. Or does he? Trying to get him off that apron with the help of his feet. Can he kick him off? No. English reverses with a couple elbows to the knee of Nick Miller and is back inside. Nick Miller seems to have fully recovered from the attacks by Rusev. No bandages, nothing anymore here for it, and Nick Miller seems to be doing quite fine. Uppercut by Aiden English. Nick Miller again has got locked there. Northern Light suplex, nicely done on Aiden English. It seems to be all Nick Miller, but one mistake, just like we've seen with Damien Sandow and Enzo Amore, rushing too much, getting that rope pulled down and flying over the top rope could lose you that match in an over the top battle royale just very easily. Oh, he's got Aiden English, Aiden English got Nick Miller now. He's got him in a good position. Can he put him over that top rope? No, Miller hangs on, just like English did earlier. Or can he kick him off the apron there? Just a nice carbon copy of what we had earlier between these two, but the roles reversed. Nick Miller this time, the one that works his way back inside that ring. Form to the back of English, not too much effect though. A chop by Aiden English connects nicely, nice uppercut. Maybe working slowly towards those ropes, but both bang on in the middle of the ring. Flatliner by Aiden English. Picks Miller back up once more. Can he throw him towards those ropes? No, the light suplex by him this time around. We've seen one by Miller, we've seen one by Aiden English. Now it seems like they're trying to one-up each other in that. We've seen moves by one superstar, and then the other one carbon copies that exact move time and time again. Nick Miller is seeming a bit exhausted. Maybe still not quite 100%. As I said, they're looking for that running power bump on Aiden English, maybe even over the top rope. Imagine if he's going to power bump him out of that ring. Can you do it? No, sit up power bump by Nick Miller, but the damage might have been done. Picking up and throwing him over the top rope might be a win for Nick Miller right there. Has got him in that headlock, and he's going to send him out to the outside. Surely that is going to be for Aiden English after that running sit-up powerbomb here by Nick Miller. Aiden English still hanging on. Again onto the apron, trying to kick him off. That apron does just that. And Nick Miller wins this matchup, and he's got another chance of getting a bit of an alliance going, I would say. Wasn't quite working out with Rusev. Now he's trying it with the Coffees, or is he? Nick Miller, crowned Coffee's little helper here in Chapter 4, Progress-mas. And maybe after Rusev Day didn't quite work out for Miller, joining the Coffees is the smarter move, maybe? Maybe not. Time will tell. That is a big victory for Miller here on Progress. Similar music, but of course it isn't called. Travis Banks is out here. The man that has had his match with Joe Coffey in Chapter 3. Of course, they had quite the differences before, after Travis Banks had been called the Iron Man off the back of the Atlas tournament. Of course, the Atlas champion now, Matt Riddle. As you can see up there, Joe Coffey and Travis Banks look like they're going to get a match at Chapter 3. However, Coffey got his brother, Mark Coffey, to attack Travis Banks from behind with him. Got taken out. That match never happened. This past chapter now, Travis Banks is going to hit us with his response to the actions of Joe Coffey. Is he going to take this just like that? I would assume he's not. If we know anything about Travis Banks, he's not done with Joe Coffey just yet. You claim to be the true Iron Man, Joe. You claim to be better than everyone else. Yet this is all we got. You getting your brother to help you on attacking me from behind. 2 against 1. I don't know how that proves that you're the Iron Man, but I won't take this. I won't just let you go around attacking people because you're scared of fighting them. I thought we're going to battle this out inside this ring, and if I was the one on the losing end in a fair fight, I would have taken it on the chin and accepted it. But that was not going to happen on your watch, was it? But if you want to get your brother involved, why not make him official? Make him legal in a match. How about this? As another offering for a match, you and your brother against me and a partner of my choice. And to make sure you won't go unpunished with underhanded tactics again, we're going to make this everything goes. And after I've beaten you both in tag team action, maybe then will I get my one-on-one match with you. With that being said, we're going to get into another multi-man contest. As said on Twitter before, we're going to find ourselves today in a bit of a showcase match. We're going to get a showcase match from none other than BCW. That is going to be triple threat elimination match from the company we know so well from the My Career Mode. BCW has sent the 3 top guys to battle it out here on Progress in that triple threat match. And as I said before, somebody is going to be impressive in that match. Maybe the winner of that match. I'd not be opposed to signing one of these three superstars. With that, let's get into the gameplay on that triple threat contest. Up first for BCW is the man, the luchador, the man from Mexico, El Mago. Of course, we've seen him battle out with legendary superstars such as Tyrox is back in Mexico. BCW snagged him up to join their roster, and El Mago is now fighting on behalf of BCW in that triple threat showcase match here on PROGRESSmas. Who else could we see from BCW? Any predictions, Jack? Of course, the legend, the one, the only, Cole Quinn. Cole Quinn, of course, a man from BCW that could not leave out of that match. He is going to join El Mago in this triple threat matchup. Entrant number 3 in that match, entrant number 3 in that triple threat match is a man going by the name of Hijo de Guerrero. Now, another luchador, as we can see. Welcome back, Jack, from Mexico, joining the BCW ranks. One of the top guys, as we said, those three are supposedly the top 3 guys in BCW right now, and reports on this man differ quite a bit. The name, of course, is sounding familiar already. Hijo de Guerrero, translating in to Son of Guerrero. Now, some people are claiming that this man, a luchador, whose identity is, of course, to some extent unknown, as they are in the luchador scene. I'm gonna say it. Hijo is, on the one side of the stories, just a huge fan of the late great Eddie Guerrero. You can see a lot of his movement, a lot of his antics and moveset in the one of Hijo de Guerrero. Others are saying that he is indeed a illegitimate son of Eddie Guerrero himself. Whether that is true or not, I guess we can only hear from Hijo de Guerrero himself. He's not spoken on that matter ever so far, if we're ever going to hear on that, or if that is going to be forever his mystery, essentially. We're going to find out. Goes for an early cover on El Mago. Then we got 2 luchadors and Cole Quinn in that matchup. And a nice wrist lock onto the shoulder off. Here goes Cole Quinn again, working on the arm very well. Go for the back suplex, but a nice counter by Hero, lands on his feet, and now with a northern light suplex on Cole Quinn, showing his agility off very early in that match. El Mago now with a nice right hand. You can see there the mask, the luchador, of course, usually a bit of a high-flying style there on those luchadors. El Mago, a bit bigger in terms of size compared to what we usually see out of luchadors, but he definitely can fly as well. So don't underestimate the agility just off the back of his size. I can tell you that much about El Mago. He now in the ring on his own with Cole Quinn. El Mago on the outside is struggling to get back up after that gory special by Hijo de Guerrero inside that ring. Cole picks him back up again, but a nice counter. El Mago back in that ring for a nice head scissor. Wow, a double rotation head scissor there on Hijo de Guerrero. That is exactly the agility I was talking about earlier. Nice kick there by Cole Quinn. Another form, and then one more on El Mago. Finally hitting him with that counter, and a running head scissor now on Cole Quinn. Throws him right into Hijo de Guerrero, but a low drop kick will break up that whole crucifix, not into the cover here by El Mago. Again, this is elimination style, so 2 falls to a victory in that matchup. We're going to see 2 superstars pinned or submitted in that matchup until we know the victor of that match. Cole Quinn and Hijo de Guerrero quickly working together here for a double gutbuster on El Mago, but now they are bitter enemies already. Again, to the outside, we're going to go. Everything goes in a triple threat match, of course. No counters, no disqualifications. Everything is legal, essentially. Now Hijo de Guerrero has got Cole Quinn locked up in a bit of a headlock there. Sends him first into the apron. That is the hardest part of the ring. And pick back up again, a nice punch there. Cole Quinn sent back inside. El Mago coming around the outside, but all 3 men are now back inside the ring. That dropkick was inadvertently dodged by Hijo de Guerrero as Cole Quinn is looking to set his sights on El Mago. Hits that kick first, nice spinning heel kick on Cole Quinn. That couldn't be knocked out straight like that, but no pinfalls tried for. I think that early pinfall try by Hijo de Guerrero on El Mago was the only one we've seen in that match so far. Oh, dropkick sending down El Mago, hit him right on his knee. Cole Quinn taking his time to celebrate a little bit there. Bit of confusion, nice sliding knee there by El Mago. Cole Quinn tried to capitalize, but El Mago hits him with another dropkick to the back. A lot of time has passed since that sliding knee. That cover is never going to be able to put any of these superstars away. Kick out at 2 there by Hijo de Guerrero. El Mago now picking it back up again. Running form takes him down. Is that going to be it? Is that going to be an elimination for El Mago? 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5. After that big running form by El Mago, spinning kicking to Cole Quinn. El Mago not looking bad in the match so far. Repeated kicks to the leg by Cole Quinn, and another cutter by El Mago. Going back at Cole Quinn, running, spinning heel kick again, and El Mago is cleaning house right now. Kick out at 1 though by Cole Quinn. Turned around by Hijo de Guerrero, back drop driver on El Mago. The other 2 men down now. Hijo de Guerrero is the only one standing. Picks Cole Quinn back up again, looking for a nice clothesline. Connects with the second one. Ducks the one by Cole Quinn into that nice pop-up drop kick there to send down Cole Quinn. What has Hijo got next though? Goes for the cover. Referee's down. 1. Okay. Kick out of 1 by Cole Quinn. Just like that. Right after El Mago, he goes spinning heel kick by him now though. Has got Guerrero in a wrist lock. Nice punch there to get out of that hold. Looking for maybe a vertical suplex on El Mago. Hits that one. He's not going for 1. He's not going for 2. You know what he's going for. The tres amigos. Cole Quinn is trying to interrupt that. He does that. 2 is what we're going to end this set of the tres amigos. Cole Quinn out with the clothesline to El Mago. With the second one. Is he going to go for that? No, he's going to go for a single leg dropkick on El Mago. Covered by Cole Quinn. 1. Wow. Kick out at 1 again. These supers are not quitting easily. A lot of kickouts at 1. We've seen a couple at 2 or 2.5 after big moves on Hijo de Guerrero, but the other 2 are still kicking out at 1. So not looking good for the son of Guerrero right there. Covered by Cole Quinn, and that's it. Cole Quinn eliminates El Mago. We're down to 2. We are down to 2. Cole Quinn and Hijo de Guerrero to find out the victory in that BCW showcase. Hanging him up in the top row. Picks him back up again. Cole Quinn back up to his feet by the head of Guerrero. Finds carried up counter though. Can Cole Quinn get on top in that match here? Sends Guerrero into the ropes and bounces him back off them as well. Cole Quinn seems like he's in control of that match. As I said, that waiting for Guerrero to get back up. Waiting for him for a big move. Looking for that snap DDT. Cole Quinn connects with it. Is that it? Has Cole Quinn won that BCW showcase matchup? 1, 2. Nope. Kick out right at the verge of the 3 count by the seemingly very resilient Hijo de Guerrero. A lot of close pinfalls for him already and still kicking out at 2.5. Now sending Cole Quinn into the bottom right corner. Follows that up with a nice running dropkick into the corner. Another one down low as well. Nice movement there by Guerrero. Picks Cole Quinn back up again. Maybe looking for the Tres Amigos again. Yes, indeed. This time nobody there to stop that sequence from going through. A second one connects. Is the third one going to go through as well against Cole Quinn? Yes, it does. Nicely done by Hijo de Guerrero. Cole Quinn down on the ground. Exhaustion is setting in cover on Cole Quinn. 1, 2. Kick out by Cole. Kick out by Cole Quinn. Drop kick to the back of Cole Quinn. Here by Hijo de Guerrero. Moving towards the legs. Always in. Oh no, he's low. We know that move very well. That is the lasso from El Paso. Locked in by Hijo de Guerrero and a quick tap by Cole Quinn. Hijo de Guerrero wins the BCW showcase. Cole Quinn to eliminate El Mago, and he gets eliminated by Hijo de Guerrero. Viva la raza. Picks up a W in that triple threat elimination match. Congratulations. Good showcase there by BCW, and the man that has won that contest. Maybe more to be seen for him here on Progress. I'd say time will tell. But for now, for today, Hijo de Guerrero is the winner of that contest. Congratulations Whoever gets the first pinfall via submission or pinfall will be the victor of that match. Again, this is a triple debut in that women's division. None of these three superstars has ever appeared in this universe mode, so not just a Progress debut, but a full-on universe mode debut for all three women involved in that contest. So let's get into the gameplay on this one. Out first is one of three debuts. It is Mia Yim. Of course, a real-life participant of the Mae Young Classic. Both times, I want to say. She's done very well in real life. So far, is also going to be participating in that Fatal 4 number 1 contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship coming up. But tonight, she's going to be in action. Triple threat rules on PROGRESSmas. One fall to a victory. Also making her debut, of course. It is the first ever real-life NXT UK Women's Champion is Rhea Ripley. The woman that is apparently only like 5'8", even though she looked like she's 6'2". Rhea Ripley joining Mia Yim in that contest, the Mosh Pit Kid. It is Deonna Purrazzo, the Submission Magician. No, that is that's Shayna Baszler, isn't it? The virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. Definitely a submission specialist in that women's division. So if there's any advice for me to give to the other two women stepping into the ring with Deonna Purrazzo, it is going to be to watch out for those submissions, for those Fujiwara armbars. Most importantly, Mia Yim, Deonna Purrazzo, and Rhea Ripley. Triple threat, women's division, all three making their debut. Who can make the biggest impact? Who can win their debut contest? Maybe be one of the next contenders for Tony Storm title. Killer Kelly made a good debut against Eva Marie, so she's looking good. But maybe one of these three women is going to stake a bit of a claim towards that number one contendership as well. Nice punch there by Rhea Ripley. Headbutt on Purrazzo. Look at the strength of Ripley. My goodness. Head scissor by Mia Yim though. You've got Rhea Ripley is definitely a more of a powerhouse in that matchup. You've got a technician with Deonna Purrazzo and almost a bit of a hybrid with Mia Yim. Used to be quite the high flyer early on in her career. Due to an injury, she had to resort to a bit more of a submission and a brawling based style. So nice set of three different styles in that matchup. Yo, Adam, how you doing? Mia Yim backing off in the corner, doing the small thing in that triple threat match. Another headbutt to Deonna Purrazzo. Definitely become accustomed to those. Double chop by Ripley. Purrazzo maybe trying to send her into that same corner that Mia Yim was caught in there for just a second. Forward to the back, a kick to the midsection. Everybody going after Rhea Ripley. Nice kicks there. Deonna Purrazzo maybe trying to sneak up on Mia Yim there a little bit, and Rhea Ripley now doing the smart thing, backing off, let these two fight it out. Triple threat rules. And now, Deonna Purrazzo looking for that armbar already. Got the first one locked in, and that is something you got to pay attention to if you're fighting against Deonna Purrazzo. Pay attention to your arms. Don't let her lock into that Fujiwara armbar, because if she does, that might very well be a quick tap to end this match. Now Rhea Ripley winning that test of strength there. Off swords, big clothesline, sending Deonna Purrazzo down to the ground, and she's going to go to the outside. Mia Yim now with the flatliner on Rhea Ripley. Has got her back up though, or does she? No, not really. Well, there you can see Mia Yim got some strength herself, dropping her onto the mat again. Leg sweep by Rhea Ripley though, going back and forth. So Mia Yim kind of the middle ground between the fighting styles of Deonna Purrazzo and Rhea Ripley. Killer Kelly would fit in there quite well with Ripley and Mia Yim, I would dare say so. So, Deonna Purrazzo going for some ground wrestling there. That is what we said. Technician in Deonna Purrazzo. Powerhouse is more towards the powerhouse section for the other two. Not to underestimate the technical ability of Mia Yim, of course. Elbow by Purrazzo. Rhea Ripley down on the ground. Running cutter by Purrazzo. Cover on Mia Yim. Rhea Ripley just back up again. Can she break up that cover? She could have, but she didn't need to. Kick out and one by Mia Yim. Still very well aware of where she is and what she's got to do to win that match. Headbutt by Ripley. Counter by Yim. And a nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there on Deonna Purrazzo. Comes running at Mia Yim, but she caught her just very nicely. Oh, what is she looking for? Pile driver, package pile driver on Rhea Ripley. That is going to send her going out of there. Fujiwara armbar on Mia Yim. Can Deonna Purrazzo sneak that victory? Package piledriver on Rhea Ripley. Send her out of that ring. And Mia Yim has got to tap Deonna Purrazzo. Sneaking that victory. Mia Yim has got to tap. Takes out Ripley. And Purrazzo is the one picking up the victory. Quick victory for Deonna Purrazzo. I told you. Once that submission locked in, that was locked in earlier, a little bit on Mia Yim. Maybe the damage had been done on that shoulder before. Because when she's locked in that second time, Mia Yim didn't take long to tap out. Ripley literally just taken out to the outside, and that is a victory for Deonna Purrazzo. And she is looking not too bad inside that women's division. Maybe to be taken into account if we're looking for a new contestant for Toni Storm's Progress Women's Championship. Talking about championships, the next contest will be a championship matchup. A matchup that has been a few weeks in the making of. A matchup that we've seen some build towards over the last couple of Progress chapters, and has definitely been coming. So for all of you that have maybe paid attention to that Progress roster, to the Progress episode so far, might already know what title match we are talking about right there. So as we are going into the gameplay, one of two title matches today. Again, the other one will be Keith Lee versus Wolfgang in tonight's main event. We've covered that already. This one is not the main event, but it is also for a championship. The tag titles we've also mentioned, well, you can basically, it's down to two. The tag titles we said are not going to be on the line tonight. We've just mentioned that maybe somebody's going to move towards Toni Storm's belt, so likely that's not going to be on the line tonight. So we're down to the UK or the Atlas title, held by Matt Riddle and Killian Dane, respectively. Killian Dane brought that to Progress, of course, from the main roster, winning it back on NXT in Season 2. Matt Riddle won the Atlas title inside the Atlas tournament by, well, winning just that tournament. Let's see who is out first here in this very title match. Out first, it is none other than the villain, Marty Scurll. Now, he has been part of that Atlas tournament, but he's won, and he's won in the first round, lost in the semi-final to Matt Riddle. He's lost in the semi-final to Matt Riddle. I wasn't 100%, so I had to double check. Lost in the semi-final to Matt Riddle in the Atlas tournament. He's now the champion, of course. But the man that Marty Scurll beat in the first round was none other than UK champion Killian Dane. And that we've said back then already. Put him in a good spot to maybe challenge for that UK title in the future with a singles pinfall over that champion. However, we didn't have a clean ending. Well, the ending was clean-ish, but we didn't have a clean fight throughout the whole of that match. In the middle of it, we had Lars Sullivan, the freak from NXT, coming out to attack Marty Scurll from behind with a baseball bat. Referee didn't see it, therefore didn't call the disqualification. Match went on. Scurll still won. Scurll last week had his chance to fight against the freak Lars Sullivan, maybe getting a bit of revenge, was not able to do so. With Killian Dane at ringside, Lars Sullivan stood tall over the villain Marty Scurll, but he still insisted on that title match. He earned himself that spot with pinning the champion Killian Dane. And as he is floating around that ring, as he still wanted that match, he is going to get it. And as you can see there, again, Killian Dane is not on his own out here. The freak is close behind him. We did know last week, last chapter, whether the winner of Marty Scurll is all that Lars Sullivan wanted, because he was, of course, the one that was attacked by the freak. Or if Lars Sullivan has got a few more things to do in Progress. It seems like he's not done just yet. At the very least, he wants to see the ending of this title match between Killian Dane and Marty Scurll. Will Lars Sullivan be the difference maker in that match? For the United Kingdom title, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see in this very matchup. UK Championship on the line. So far, we have had a set of, I want to say, 5 different championships? 5 different champions that have held that belt. Is that true? Wade Barrett, Neville, Pete Dunne, Elias, and Killian Dane should be the 5, I think. Marty Scurll could definitely be the next in a line if he's going to be able to beat Killian Dane or die. Indeed, Wade Barrett was the first one winning the UK Championship, then Neville, or the UK Championship tournament. Neville then won it at Survivor Series from Wade Barrett in Season 1. Lost it on an episode of SmackDown to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne then lost it at the World Cup to Elias. And Elias just 22 days later at NXT TakeOver Tokyo in that 6-man tag match with TM61 against Sanity, lost to Killian Dane. Killian Dane has held that belt ever since. So we're talking about roughly 6 months now that Killian Dane has held that belt. Is that reign going to come to an end today? Or can he / Lars Sullivan put away Marty Scurll? Lars Sullivan is done last week, or last episode, last Progress chapter. Is Marty Scurll back to 100%? I don't know, but he is stepping into the ring with Killian Dane either way on this very special Progressmas episode. Onto the arm of Killian Dane goes Marty Scurll down. He goes to the ground, wrestles down Killian Dane very quickly in that match. Not often that Killian Dane goes down that early in that matchup. We very often see that taken quite a while, and we can also clearly see the focus of Marty Scurll. That those are the hands of Killian Dane. Maybe looking to weaken Killian Dane in especially the strength department. Maybe trying not even the odds, but well, at least get it a bit more closer, because the strength advantage, of course, as we know, is very, very, very clearly in the favor of Killian Dane, who's looking for a buckle bomber early on in that match. Sends him into that turnbuckle, nicely done by the Beast from Belfast. Go for the cover already. Surely not. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by Marty Scurll. Maybe even at 1 already, depending on how stingy we want to be. But that was a kick out. That is the main thing that matters. Right back into the ring. A back suplex now by Killian Dane. And he's getting the strong moves out already. While Marty Scurll looked to wrestle down Killian Dane early on in this match. Focus on the arms especially. It is already looking like Killian Dane is going to get the upper hand very soon in this match with his big moves there. Buckle bump, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Not going down after a big close line there by Marty Scurll. He stays on standing, splashes him into that corner. Killian Dane now waiting after, or as Marty Scurll is in a bit of pain, it seems. Now Dane has gotten up, and a nice counter by Scurll. A kick to the midsection there. Maybe now can clothesline him over the top rope even. And that is right next to Lars Sullivan. That could be interesting now. Is Sullivan going to get involved? Referee initiates the count. Sullivan helping Killian Dane back up to his feet. Scurll only watching. But that nice elbow there right to Killian Dane is going to help him for now. Sullivan getting involved again. Telling Marty Scurll off. And definitely could be the difference maker in that matchup, as we said. Powerbomb possibly again by Killian Dane. Yes, what a jackknife powerbomb on the outside, followed by that elbow drop on Marty Scurll. And big assist has to be given to Lars Sullivan already. Getting involved there, getting in Marty Scurll's face and helping out Killian Dane. Big slam again. Referee at a count of 7. If Killian Dane doesn't take it inside, we might very well see a count in that matchup. But he sends Scurll inside the ring. Will break the count himself. Lars Sullivan is super pumped in that match. Jesus Christ. And now Killian Dane back after Scurll. However, Scurll with a nice counter there. Wrist lock. And again onto the arm of Dane he goes. Sends him into the ropes. Another nice spinning elbow there that he sent Dane into. And a knee drop across the face. Now Sullivan might, again, I can say time and time again, might very well be the difference maker, belly to belly, but it could also just be the strength of Killian Dane. He's just thrown Marty Scurll around left, right, and center. And now Killian Dane. Big punch, try to send Scurll to the outside once again, but a counter by the villain comes back inside the ring. Super kick, not getting him off his feet. Not even getting him off his feet, or at least suplex by Dane. And I don't think Scurll picked a good fight here for that UK title. I mean, Scurll is a tremendous competitor and definitely is able to outsmart a lot of people like we've seen in that first matchup against Killian Dane inside the Atlas tournament. But when it comes to a matchup like this, essentially against 2 people of the size of Dane and Sullivan, there's no war to be won for Scurll. Now, of course, as I just said, that now Scurll is going to win that match somehow, because whenever I say that a match is over and done with already before it ends, that is the other one, it definitely wins. Belly to belly inside that ring, and a kick out of 1 by Marty Scurll. So showing a bit of resiliency already, but he's not really getting further into that match. Into the corner goes Scurll. Into the other one sent by Dane. And Skull with an elbow counter there. This is his chance for something sneaky. The referee's down. Can Skull take advantage? No, he does not. I mean, he does. He gets a bit of offense in on Killing Dane, but not really taking advantage of the referee being down headlock now by Skull after that splash, after that clothesline in that corner. Not releasing the hold on Killing Dane just yet. Tries to keep that in for as long as possible. Dane now powering back up elbows to the midsection of Marty Scurll. Nicely done by Killing Dane. Now sends Marty Scurll into the bottom left corner. Follows him up again. What is he looking for? What is he looking for? Tree of Woe for Marty Scurll. What? No. 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 Don't do that. Don't do that, Dane. Oh my goodness. Killing Dane is looking for the coast to coast on Marty Scurll. You cannot make the jump. You cannot tell me Killing Dane can jump throughout the whole of the ring. Can you make that jump? He can! Connects with a coast to coast on Marty Scurll. My goodness. Scurll has got to be done. That has got to be the end of Scurll and a title defense for Killing Dane. No questions asked there. Cover on Dane or by Dane. 1, 2. Kick up by Scurll. Scurll is not giving. He wants that UK title. He said it many times before. He wants that UK title, and he's not giving up just like that. Coast to coast. It was not a deadlift now by Dane. Deadlift. Power bump on Scurll. That is just demolishing Marty Scurll at this point. And again, he's looking for another. We are just waiting for the point where Scurll is going to give up. Where Scurll is going to say, you know what? There's no point. I'm not winning that matchup. Punches to the face of Scurll. Dane possibly looking to draw blood here on Marty Scurll. Now goes around him. Now towards the legs. Oh god, another powerbomb. He's not stopping. Another powerbomb on Marty Scurll. This is just pure domination by Killing Dane now. Picks him back up again and countered by Scurll. Could this be an opening for him? Jawbreaker by the villain Marty Scurll. And another jawbreaker gets Dane off his feet. Backing off there. What is Scurll doing? Oh no, he's looking for that flip DDT. He's looking for that flip DDT. Can he pull it off with Killing Dane though? Can he pull it off? Charges at him. DDT by Scurll. Maybe the most dangerous DDT in the game today. Covered by Scurll. Lars Sullivan, we didn't see it there, but we've saw it from we've seen the hand from Sullivan. Sullivan distracting the referee right there. That is why Scurll left off the cover straight away. And Dane is now he's now shit talking Scurll as well. Lars Sullivan, as we said, again coming into play here, distracting the referee. Count would not have gone through because the referee wasn't there to count. It was distracted by the freak Lars Sullivan. Dane still going after Marty Scurll. What is he doing? Bing! Oh my god, that knee sent him over the top rope by Killing Dane. I don't see Scurll winning that match at all. I mean, we just saw the opening. He got an opening. He got a big move in with that flip DDT, and Lars Sullivan's there to just make sure Dane is not going to lose the match off the back of that. Nice, but oh, the punch just gets caught here by Dane. A big headbutt on Marty Scurll. I mean, a weirdly enjoyable match between, depending on whose side you're on. Definitely a good match between the two, but it is a dominating display here by Killing Dane with a bit of help by Lars Sullivan. I don't want to say that Lars Sullivan is the sole reason that Dane is still in that match, but he's definitely helping Dane to keep the dominating streak in this match on count of 7, and the count is broken here by both men again as Dane send Marty Scurll back inside there and going for the legs again. Another deadlift powerbomb. No, going for the legs this time. Going for the legs of Marty Scurll. Goes for the cover. Come on. Come on, Dane. Not after a kick to the legs. That was never going to be that end. Again, moving towards the legs. Is he going to focus on the legs now? No, not now. He's going for that deadlift powerbomb again. And another one. Powerbomb City here by Killing Dane. Drags Marty Scurll towards the middle of the ring. No rope break to be had there. Goes for the cover, making sure there's no way for Scurll to get out of that one. And that deadlift powerbomb is not enough. Another kick out by Marty Scurll. Goes out of the ring now. Catches a bit of a breather, just a brief second, but runs right into Killing Dane. I was going to say sends him over the top rope though. Oh, Scurll going to the outside. Dane on that apron. And oh my god! Ref! Was I the only one that has seen that? Was I the only one that has seen that low blow on Dane on the apron there? By Scurll. I mean, I don't know if that's going to change the outcome of that match. I don't know if that's going to be enough for Scurll to get back into this, but I don't know if that was legal. He is the villain after all. Count of 4 by the referee, of course. The champions of match here for Killing Dane, so he's not going to mind being counted out. However, he wants to put away Killing Dane. Sends it back inside again. Once again, breaking the count here on behalf of Marty Scurll. Big uppercut. That was going to be, oh my god, Scurll looking for a pile driver on Killing Dane. Connect. The ring is shaken after that pile driver. Goes to the cut, and again, Lars Sullivan. Again, Marty Scurll has to break up that cover because the referee is distracted, but he's not done here. Maybe we're looking for the chicken wing on Killing Dane. Is he there to see the tap by Dane? Can Scurll make Dane tap? Could we see a new UK champion if Killing Dane is forced to tap inside the chicken wing? Surely not. Surely not. Has Scurll turned this one around? No. Of course not. Releases to the hold. Dane was not going to tap. Marty Scurll realized that. But I don't know if releasing the hold there was the smartest thing. Maybe Scurll thought, you know what, I'm going to go try for something else. Maybe try for that flip DDT again. But I would have, he should have just kept it in to the point where Dane would have been choked out and passed out, because that would have been a submission victory or a victory by TKO. Oh, essentially as well. Powerbomb into the elbow connection again. Now turns him around onto the arm. Steps Killing Dane now. Oh my god, a leg drop onto the arm. Brutal again by Dane. Cover 1, 2. Kick out of 2 again by Scurll. Once again staying in it. Lars Sullivan very likely the difference maker, but you can see there on the submission, Sullivan did not distract the referee, and Dane still not willing to give up his UK title. Headbutts the elbow of Killing Dane. Not exactly what he had planned to do. I could imagine running crossbody by Killing Dane, completely wiped out Marty Scurll, and that could very much be the end now for Scurll. Surely. 1, 2. What's wrong with the villain? Why is not like deadlift powerbomb again? Look at that. Boom! Drops him. What will Dane have to do to put Marty Scurll down? I mean, we know one thing that we've not seen so far, and as I said, that we might just see that now. The also plantation by Killing Dane turns Marty Scurll around, hoists him up the shoulders. Also plantation, that is it. By Killing Dane, and that is the UK title defended. A great effort by Scurll, absolutely. But in the end, the force of both Dane and... Excuse me? Has he just kicked it out of straight up 2? Not even like 2.5 or 2.99. He just basically kicked out at straight at 2. Powerbomb again by Dane. No, no, no. Oh my god. Roll up by Scurll. Roll up by Scurll. No rope break. No rope break. Referee's down. 1, 2. Scurll almost had it. He almost had it. No, not the first time that he almost had it, but he almost did. I don't know how Sullivan is still ringside though. Surely he should have been banned by now. Jackknife powerbomb again by Dane into that elbow. This is just unreal. Whatever Scurll brings, Dane will not stay down, but neither will Scurll. Scurll has shown incredible resiliency in that match so far. Big slam there by Dane. And again, Scurll back up to his feet though. Punch by Dane. Straight back on the offense as Scurll sends Killing Dane into the top right corner. What has he got on his mind? Double thrust job there to send him out again. Forearm to the back. Oh god. Is that going to be another chicken wing? Another standing chicken wing by Marty Scurll. Can he make Killing Dane? He does. The champion taps. Marty Scurll has done it. How? We've got a new UK champion. Marty Scurll beats Killing Dane somehow. I have no clue how Marty Scurll survived the onslaught of Killing Dane. But a tremendous effort there by both men. Dominating performance throughout the most of this match by Killing Dane. But Marty Scurll with that standing chicken wing. And Lars Sullivan doesn't seem happy. Is that the last we've seen of between the two? I don't think so. I don't think Scurll and Dane are done just yet. But for now, the new United Kingdom champion is the villain. I think well deserved after repeated tremendous performances here by the villain. Not just tonight, but over a course of many matches. We've got a new United Kingdom champion. I don't know. As I've said this. As soon as I did say that there's no way Scroll's gonna win it, he was kind of secured to win it already. Now it's time that we're going to take things into tag team action. Now it is time to go into the low extreme tag team contest again. So far, the Progress tag team titles are still vacant. In tag team action so far, we had CCK getting a win over the Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. And the last chapter, we had Mustache Mountain picking up a victory over LAX. This week, we've got another set of 2 tag teams debuting on the Progress roster. Not a debut for one of these tag teams inside this Universe mode, but we're going to go into that once we get into the gameplay. We are still looking for the deserving contenders for those Progress tag team titles. And to see who's going to be the first set of NXT Progress tag team champions. Let's get into the gameplay. Tag team contest scheduled for one fall. And up first, we've got the team of Worldwide Underground. A team that is very well settled in the Universe mode in general. Worldwide Underground, runner-up in the Tarnation Tag Team Tournament back in Season 1, I believe. Contested by John Morrison and Justin Gabriel. And also a third member back then in Worldwide Underground, Jack Evans, who joined the rosters even earlier by defeating Big Show in the Big Show Challenge back before Unforgiven in Season 1, so quite early in that. Jack Evans, Justin Gabriel, and John Morrison, of course, rejoined forces on Monday Night Raw. Worldwide Underground, however, later on that year, I think in Season 2 even, Jack Evans was claimed not to be good enough anymore. They brought in a new face, they brought in a new member for Worldwide Underground. That was the man on the left right there. That is Drago. Drago is a former Cruiserweight champion, by the way, himself. Now, their opponents are the team named the Rascals. Desmond, Xavier, and Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel on your left, Desmond Xavier on the right. Both teams making their Progress debut in this 2-2 contest. Could either of these two teams be the first ever Progress Tag Team Champions? Trey Miguel starts it off for the Rascals. Justin Gabriel starting it off for Worldwide Underground, of course. John Morrison is still on Raw. Maybe, well, he's still the United States champion and maybe starting to become the best United States champion this Universe mode has seen so far. Incredible title defenses, and is going to have another open challenge coming up at SummerSlam. That, of course, likely also to come to this year. Now Trey Miguel tries to pick up Justin Gabriel in real life. Trey Miguel going to be part of that Ultimate X at Homecoming in just a few weeks, 6th of January, I think 2 weeks even. And Trey Miguel making that tag to Desmond Xavier. First tag made by the Rascals. Double elbow there to Justin Gabriel. And down goes 1/3 of Worldwide Underground. 1/4 of, well, the alumni of Worldwide Underground. Jack Evans, of course, was part of that stable. Is not anymore today. In fact, we've not seen him in the Universe mode in quite some time. Drago with the assisted crossbody on Justin Gabriel. I want to say Worldwide Underground on Raw during their time have never been the Raw Tag Team Champions, but they've challenged a few times. The only time Worldwide Underground have held gold was the US title. The first reign of John Morrison was a part of Worldwide Underground. The second reign, not as much anymore. And of course, Drago being a former Cruiserweight champion. Drago won that belt at Great Balls of Fire, so the start of Season 2 from Xavier Woods. However, lost it to Battle Club's Tony Nese at SummerSlam. So it's gonna be 1 year very soon that Drago has lost that belt. If we take it to the Raw Tag Team titles real quick, Worldwide Underground are never mentioned as champions. However, have fought for the belts, I think, on 1 or 2 occasions. They've fought against the Club at the Royal Rumble in their back then record title reign. Of course, it used to be the longest reigning tag champs. And they've also fought against the Bar at Elimination Chamber. No, at TLC in a tables elimination match in the then record title, the still record title reign of the Bar. So they've both they've tried twice in both the record title reigns for the Raw Tag Team titles, but failed to succeed both times. Never been able to capture the Raw Tag Team titles. Maybe the Progress Tag Team belts are the ones that are going to be over the shoulders of Worldwide Underground. A win over the Rascals, of course, could be a good step into that direction. No counts in tag team action for us, so the referee not going to initiate the count while Drago and Trey Miguel are going to fight that on the outside, up on the shoulder. Try to send him into the barricade, I would imagine, but a nice inverted DDT here by Miguel. Kick to the back of Drago. Now picking him back up again, at least sitting him back up straight, looking for an inverted suplex. No, inverted impaler DDT here by Trey Miguel, and down goes Drago once more. Pinfalls and submissions have to take place inside of the ring, so if somebody wants to win that match, they're going to have to take things back inside the ring. That is exactly what Trey Miguel is doing, as he sends Drago back inside, and Drago's already back up to his feet. Justin Gabriel and Desmond Xavier waiting for a tag on the apron. Nice neck breaker by Miguel, waiting for Drago to get back up again. What's Miguel looking for? Maybe looking to put Drago away. What has he got in his locker? Big elbow there by Miguel. And nice rolling cutter there by Trey Miguel. Goes for the cover on Drago. No rope break, says the referee. Justin Gabriel there to break up that cover at 1. Desmond Xavier was in here as well. Is now going to take care of Justin Gabriel, but a bit too late. Sends him right back to the apron, where he's going to wait for that tag again, just like he did before, as if nothing ever happened. Trey Miguel onto the arm of Drago now. Those two fighting it out for quite some time now, so maybe a tag needed by either, or ideal, of course, both superstars to keep their team in contention for a good spot to win at that matchup. Trey Miguel now again onto the arm of Drago repeatedly there. Maybe a bit of a target here for the Rascals, maybe made out a bit of a weak point. Of course, the big advantage here for the Rascals, there is footage of Worldwide Underground on the Tarnation Network to study the moveset, the game plan of a Worldwide Underground, so they're gonna have a bit of an easier time doing their homework on their opponents for this matchup, should they have known beforehand that they're gonna face Worldwide Underground tonight here. Of course, nice pump handle gutbuster by Drago is gonna get him back on the offense. However, nice running forearm there, connects with the second one on Trey Miguel. Ducks it, pellet kick by Drago. Agility is incredible. Talking about agility, Trey Miguel clips up, running head scissors on Drago. Talking about agility, definitely expected to be a high pace, high agility matchup here between the Rascals and Worldwide Underground. All 4 members have got everything it takes in terms of agility and speed to knock this one out the park. Kick here by Drago, reversal on Trey Miguel, and a running forearm now as Drago knocks out Trey Miguel down to the ground, picks him back up again. No cover or no tag to be made. Drago, however, looking for one now, sends Trey Miguel into the corner of the Worldwide Underground. Now go for the tag to Justin Gabriel though. Oh my god, he's looking for something a bit bigger. Climbing up the top rope, Trey Miguel waiting on that second rope, gets him up to the very top, and a superplex to the outside by Drago sends Trey Miguel crashing many feet down to the ground. But he's right back up again. Counter on Drago. Both men knocking with a double form, it looks like. But a close on by Drago. Drago with the snapmare. And a kick to the back of Trey Miguel. Picks him back up again. Are we going to see things taken back inside quickly? Or we're going to see another set of outside fight here. Brainbuster by Drago. Definitely looking to deal some added damage to the outside here on Trey Miguel. Knows full and well that moves like that on the outside at ringside are going to hurt a bit more than inside that ring. Clothesline here by Drago again. Trey Miguel picked up once more by him. Forearm blocked by one half of the Rascals. And two punches, second one caught by Drago, but another reversal by Trey Miguel. Maybe starting to read each other. They've been in the ring or outside of the ring against each other for quite some while now. Seems like they've got each other figured out. A lot of counters back and forth here between the two, so maybe it is time to mix things up. Maybe it's time to shake things up with a bit of a tag. Oh, what a dodge there by Trey Miguel. Very, my goodness, quick pace here by Trey. I didn't even know what he's done there. Nice dodge on the clothesline on Drago. A combination of kicks and a leg sweep to send Drago down to the mat. Incredible agility here by Trey Miguel shown once more. Now the vertical suplex. Oh, into the neck breaker by Drago. Trey Miguel is on the mat. Or not on the mat, at ringside. Looking for a bit of a head scissors, using his legs. And elbow to the top of that of Trey Miguel. Maybe trying to draw some blood here. I think we're yet to see blood today on PROGRESSmas, if I'm not mistaken. And again a counter by Trey Miguel. Sends him face first into that concrete floor. That is something that is definitely going to be able to draw blood if necessary. Onto the arm of Drago goes Trey Miguel. A nice... What is going on? I don't even know what's going on with Trey Miguel. Hits some moves. It is unreal. The agility of Trey Miguel is something else. He's busted out moves that I've never seen in my life. Nice kick there by Drago. Maybe go back on the offense form on Trey Miguel. And a nice counter by Drago again. And a beautiful dropkick there. Almost a backflip dropkick by Trey Miguel.
Backflip dropkick.
Picks Drago back up again. Vertical suplex. Countered by Drago, of course, as we would expect. Countering left, right, and center. Sends Trey Miguel into that steel ring post. No LED post at Progress. Oh my god, Drago. What are you doing? No, oh my god. Oh my goodness. Trey Miguel's out. He's got to be out. And Drago's not stopping onto the leg of Trey Miguel. Boots his head right into that steel ring post. My goodness. Drago now spinning back fist on Trey Miguel, and he's still ready to counter up. I don't know. We need Desmond Xavier in that match. Like, Trey Miguel is not going to do much for the Rascals anymore. Unless Trey Miguel is able to make a quick tag once they're back into that ring, I don't see the Rascals pulling that one back. And again, with that being said, the Rascals have just won the match because I've said that. As they do. Again, a counter here by Trey Miguel going around the back here with that vertical suplex. A big shot. Misses though. Maybe some infection of that, well, that superplex off the top rope, the rainbow on the outside, the kick, the boot to the side of the head, in between that steel ring post. A lot of big moves there, and there's blood. Trey Miguel busted wide open on the apron. That is the hardest part of the ring. Trey Miguel is busted wide open. Sends Drago back inside. Trey Miguel needs the cover. Just go inside, make the cover. Hot take. Oh god! If he gets that hot take to Justin Gabriel. Justin Gabriel coming in with a lot of momentum. Big forearm there, knocks out Trey Miguel. That's got to be it for the Rascals. It is 2 versus 1 right now because Drago, through the exhaustion, is on the outside for a little bit here. But what is Justin Gabriel doing now? Bit of a inverted figure 4 on Trey Miguel. A nice kick by Gabriel. And look, oh god, my goodness. What is that match in terms of moves and agility? Now the submission move is busted out by Justin Gabriel. Rolled up Trey Miguel. That's got to be it. No, running dropkick there by Desmond Xavier saves Trey Miguel. Definitely necessary. I think any move could put down Trey Miguel at that point in that match because the damage he's received in that match is out of this world. Has got Justin Gabriel locked though. Sends him over the top rope. Make the tag, Miguel. He's going to the outside with him. Why does he not just make that tag? He goes to the outside once again, this time with Justin Gabriel. Drago right there as well, and Justin Gabriel sends it towards towards the barricade. Trey Miguel, what are you doing? What are you thinking, taking it through the outside again with Justin Gabriel? I mean, he doesn't quit good on him, but he's not going to be able to win himself the match or his team. Sure, he's put on an incredibly exciting match, and that heart, that fight that he's got is going to get him far with the fans, but he's not going to get the win of that match with that. Not like that. Snap suplex on Justin Gabriel. Drago by now back up on the apron, by the way, decided not to get involved with Trey Miguel there on the outside again. I think he does need to. Justin Gabriel, while he's eating another neckbreaker, should have that match with the damage that Trey Miguel has received so far. At least that matchup on the outside again. That twisted takedown by Trey Miguel on Justin Gabriel. They still have seen that move before, even if it was just a few minutes ago. Looking for a nice knee. You're thinking he's going to go for the neckbreaker and just turns and busts him right on his knee. And again, my goodness. Trey Miguel is something else. Now, double chop counter, or well, not connected in time. Just get right back up again, though. That's the agility of the South African, of course, former Tarnation World Cup participant in Season 1, I believe. Didn't go far. Either lost in the group stages or either knocked out in the group stages or the quarterfinals. I think it was the group stages for Justin Gabriel, so not the best performance for him in there, but he tried. Last year, of course, we had another South African representing in the World Cup. It was Angelico, who we've seen being part of Progress before as well, back in Chapter 1. Also in the Atlas Tournament, won that qualifier against Mark Andrews for that Atlas Tournament. Justin Gabriel going after the arm of Trey Miguel. Forearm busts Justin Gabriel wide open though. We've seen a bit of blood now on the side of Worldwide Underground for Justin Gabriel. Elbow as well, and a nice takedown again. A jawbreaker, no. Countered by Justin Gabriel. Kick to the midsection of Trey Miguel. Another form. They're just beating it out on the outside. Trey Miguel, I mean, if he's not injured at the end of that match, props to him. Big chop on Gabriel. And another elbow. Kick to the midsection. Neckbreaker by Trey Miguel. This time it has really been a neckbreaker, not like a knee or turn that neckbreaker into, I don't know, a shooting star press or something like that. And look at the face. Oh god, he's starting again. He's flipping, he's kicking, he's kneeing. Another boot and a leg sweep by Trey Miguel. My goodness. I mean, he's shown that he can do it all in that match. That twisted takedown again on Justin Gabriel. But he's not won the match on the back of it. He got to win at that match, and therefore he got to take it back inside the... Nope. Justin Gabriel with another counter. Just keep him away from that steel ring post. That's all I'm asking for. Not into the steel ring post again. Trey Miguel with a counter. But another one by Justin Gabriel. Kick to the midsection. And now Trey Miguel sends things back inside finally. Justin Gabriel not looking for the hot kick to Drago. If that connects again, well, that connects again. And Trey Miguel, he's exhausted. Drago's coming in. Running for him. Drago's Miguel back up again. A bit of a cross body there. And again, Drago sends Trey Miguel down. Maybe looking for a hot take to Desmond Xavier. But I don't even know if he still knows where his corner is. We've not seen Desmond Xavier in that match very often, if at all. I think we've just seen him briefly in that match. Trey Miguel picks Drago back up again, looking for that neck break into the knee again. And if that continues like that, we might very well see blood on the face of Drago or underneath the mask of Drago as well. Big shot by Xavier, or not by Xavier, by Trey Miguel. A big neck breaker on Drago as well. Will he make that tag? No, he will not. He just will refuse. He's refusing. Again, that twisted takedown on Drago once more, but he needs that tag to Desmond Xavier. I don't think Trey Miguel can win that match on his own at this point. Not after the damage he's received. Drago looking for a pump handle gutbuster once again to Trey Miguel. Justin Gabriel still down on the outside, so cannot get involved just yet. But Drago's going up the top rope. Drago's going, oh. Trey Miguel is crawling though. Can he make the hot take? Drago misses. Drago misses the elbow. Make the tag, Trey. Make the tag. He's not making it. Taking him down again. Again, I don't blame him. After the damage he received, he probably doesn't even know how a tag team match works. He is completely beside himself. Drago. I don't know if he was looking for blood or sweat on his forehead there, but either way, he's running for him by Drago. Down goes Trey Miguel. Justin Gabriel was not looking good either, to be fair. Drago's been in that match for the majority of the time for what Underground, I would argue. So I don't know. Oh my God, Canadian Destroyer by Drago. That is it for Trey Miguel. Just cover him. He's done. There's no way he's kicking out of that. Covered by Drago. Referee's down. Can Desmond Xavier make the break? Yeah, he breaks it up again. Maybe just should have... Oh, God. Drago now going in for Desmond Xavier. Back suplex on the apron. Drago now with a kick to Trey Miguel. Gets back up, though. Another backbreaker now with Desmond... Ooh, I was going to say with Desmond Xavier down the outside, but he's straight back up the apron again. Props to Desmond Xavier. Of course, you've got to imagine Desmond Xavier wasn't in the match for very long, so he still is almost 100% in that match. Nice suplex back inside the ring by Trey Miguel. Neckbreaker by Miguel. Cover by Trey Miguel and Drago. Surely not. 1, 2. What is going on? What is going on today? Look at the face of Trey Miguel. Here's that neckbreaker. I don't blame Drago for staying down after that neckbreaker. Justin Gabriel probably too beaten up as well after the bloody face he's had. Probably just too beaten up to win that matchup or to break that cover up. But Drago, after another huge neckbreaker by Trey Miguel. What force he's putting on those neckbreakers though, by the way. Unreal. Trey Miguel actually gets the win for the Rascals. I don't even know anymore. Scroll winning the UK title after being brutalized by Killing Dane. Trey Miguel being completely destroyed by both Drago and Justin Gabriel wins the match for the Rascals. I mean, brilliant match between the two teams. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how he's pulled that off. I don't know how he's pulled that off. Well, that we got a bit of a video segment. Somebody else has got some words to say for the Progress universe. So let's check out who's got some words to say here on Progress. Chapter 4, PROGRESSmas. It is a man that we've seen briefly last chapter. R-Truth, the man that helped Taichi Ishimori pick up a victory over Hideo Itami by distraction, is here to say some words towards the Progress audience. Can What is R-Truth going to address? He's going to address why he was out there helping out Taichi Ishimori. Of course, we had another match, a rematch between Taichi Ishimori and Hideo Itami. A match that we've seen back at the Beast of the East tournament. First round matchup, Taichi Ishimori won back then. Hideo Itami coming back to Progress, SmackDown Superstar, that to try and get a revenge on Ishimori now that the Bone Soldier is part of the Progress roster. Of course, also was part of the Atlas tournament. And R-Truth provided some distraction for Hideo Itami. Well, he distracted Hideo Itami in favor of Taichi Ishimori. Taichi Ishimori rolled up Hideo Itami off the back of it and picked up the victory.
I am so proud. Many weeks ago, I saw a very talented superstar debut for this company. The Bone Soldier Taichi Ishimori. When I heard that he was signed to this new thing, to Progress, I was pumped. I knew that this is going to be where my man is going to rise, and it will be. Ishimori picked up a huge victory, well deserved as well last week over SmackDown superstar Hideo Itami. Now he might not have been able to win the Atlas tournament to earn himself some gold, but the gold is not far away. He will get there in no time with my help. So after beating Hideo last chapter, this is only the start of the Bone Soldier. Next chapter, my man Taichi Ishimori will step up again to face whoever is looking for a fight. Be it another SmackDown superstar, somebody from Raw, NXT, or Progress, we don't care. Taichi Ishimori is destined for gold.
With that, we're going to go into the co-main event of the evening. That is going to be another debut. And you guys might know very well who's going to debut in this co-main event. It was announced off the back of, or just slightly before Chapter 3, I believe, that we're going to get a big debut, a big return on Progress. And that is going to be none other than my man, Moose. Who Moose is going to face in his debut match here on PROGRESSmas. Our first is, of course, the one, the only, Moose. What a bummer that TNA or Impact has gotten rid of his old theme, by the way. A man that has been very, very impressive so far on Progress, Hangman Page. He has lost in, he was part of the Atlas tournament. Got into the semi-final by, I believe, beating Ray Phoenix in the quarterfinals. Fought Travis Banks in the semi-finals. A very, very likely match of the tournament there between the two. Just about lost to Travis Banks. Very, very unfortunate last week. Put up a good fight against Pentagon Jr., who was trying to one-up his brother Ray Phoenix by defeating Hangman Page. Something that Ray Phoenix could not do in the Atlas tournament. And in Chapter 1, in his debut, Hangman Page defeated none other than WWE Superstar, NXT Superstar, Elias. So good record so far, good matches by Hangman Page. Maybe the record not as good as the matches generally speaking. I think he's got a record of 2-2 now. But good matches throughout the board, successful matches throughout the board. Very well done for the Hangman, and now he's fighting Moose in his debut. Test of strength won by the former NFL pro, that is Moose. Pushing Hangman Page into the corner, breaking it nice and fair. No punches thrown there by anyone on the break of that hold. Now Moose going around the back, takes down Hangman Page, wrestling him down to the ground. Is that the way to go forward against Hangman Page? I don't know, but as long as it works, why not? Forearm by Moose. A nice counter there by Hangman Page. Oh god, Moose has got him up there. Military press on Hangman Page. Big press there by Moose. Punch by the Hangman. Another one by Page. Snap suplex by Hangman. Moose now looking forward. Oh my goodness, a tiger suplex throw there. Not even just a tiger suplex. He literally just picked him up and threw him over the top of his head. Strength well in advantage of Moose. It seems like it. Hangman Page is crazy strong. Like, don't underestimate Hangman Page's strength. There's not many people that are going to outpower the Hangman, but Moose is doing very well at that right now. Delayed suplex to send down Hangman Page, showing off that strength once more. Nice uppercut there by the Hangman. Sends Moose into the top right corner. A bit of a battle of clothesline in that match. Hangman Page, of course, got that buckshot lariat. A big clothesline to take down this opponent, but The game-changer clothesline by Moose is not to be underestimated. He definitely has taken a few heads off with that one before. So once either of the two hits like a full-on clothesline on the other, that could very well be the end. Then again, you could imagine with being almost clothesline specialists in both sides there, that maybe they're going to be able to take a clothesline a bit better than other superstars are. Throwing Hangman Page to the outside. Referee is going to initiate the count. We're back in one-on-one action, so counters are back and able. Of course, Hangman Page sending moves straight back inside though. Doesn't want that kind of victory. Wants to make sure a winner is crowned inside of that ring. Kick to the midsection of Moose and a German suplex by Hangman Page. Nice boot there to the midsection towards Moose on the ground. Goes back to the outside, but comes right back inside. Both men not seemingly very into the thought of fighting on the outside in that matchup. Clothesline into the corner here for Moose on Hangman Page. Has got a deadlift throw on Hangman Page. The power of Moose is very impressive so far. Again, we've always known that Moose is a very, very strong individual. But the way he's manhandling almost Page so far in that match is quite impressive. He's got the headlock on now. A bit of ground wrestling against Adam Page. Ducks him there and runs right into Moose. Moose is not going to stay down just like that form. Moose is still standing. Not going to go down. Elbow to Hangman Page. Turns that scissor kick in to a shoulder block. Big dodge there. A big miss by Moose. Whatever you want to call it. That scissor kick, if that connects, that could be you knocked out cold straight away by Moose. Kick to the back, but Moose straight back up again. Almost powering back up after that kick to the back and a clothesline to Hangman Page as well. Now Moose sending Hangman Page over the top rope and down he goes. Picks Hangman back up again. Drop kick dodge. Nice side step there by Hangman Page. Count initiated again by the referee. Both men fighting on the outside for a little bit now. Military press counter into a nice DDT here by the Hangman. Now picking Moose back up again. Referee at a count of 5. Both men back inside of the ring now. Hangman stepping onto the face of Moose, setting up nicely and just a good old stomp on the face of Moose. Now going after the legs, but Moose not going to have it. Moose is not going to have the attack on the legs. Moose with a clothesline. And a second one to Page. Ducks the one by Page. Definitely good dodge there and that nice catapult. Drop kick by Moose, who's fired up now. Picks Hangman Page back up again. Oh, double. Oh my god, what's Moose doing? Nothing. Nice counter by Hangman Page. Nice takedown. A clothesline on Moose. Is that it? Is that it? We've said that before. The clothesline. If that connect, that could be it for the other one. Kick out into by Moose. Kick out air 2. Any clothesline to connect in that match, and that could be all she wrote. Legit, any clothesline. Head rammed into the mat here by Hangman Page. Takes Moose up once more. This time not go for the clothesline, go for DDT, spikes him head first into the ring mat. Of course, not as much outside fighting as maybe in the match, tag team match we've seen it early between the Rascals and Worldwide Underground. But Moose and Hangman Page battling out very well inside of the ring so far. Hung up on the top rope and sent back into the ring here by Moose is Hangman Page. Was backing up for the corner. I don't know if he was setting up for something, but he turns Page around. Picks him back up now, but that's countered by the Hangman, and shoulder block sends Moose down to the ground again. Moose returns the favor. Now Hangman Page is back up. Military press again by Moose, question mark, into the gutbuster this time. Very, very high gutbuster that is well. Moose is standing in at 6'5". If we compare that to Hangman Page, who's standing in at 6 foot, that is a 5 inches advantage for Moose. That was another box of Larry, by the way, that I just missed there. Covered by Page, but Moose again able to kick out of that. 2 clotheslines, and Moose is not down just yet. That's what I'm saying. Both men have devastating clotheslines, but therefore seemingly able to eat the all clothesline as well. Nice hip toss there by Page, sends Moose down to the ground again. Tries to pick him back up, but a counter by the Moose with an elbow to the midsection of Hangman Page. What was that? I think he's not even going for a sister kick there. I think that's the weirdest clothesline setup ever. He's missed the second time with that. Page has now got him down on the ground. What is Moose doing with that setup? It's looking like a scissor kick to start with, but I think it's literally just a very, very weird setup for a clothesline. This time the clothesline sends Moose over the top rope here by Hangman Page. To the outside they go again, and once again, of course, the referee will initiate the count on the outside. No champion's advantage, of course, this is not a title match or anything the likes. Counted a victory will count as much as a pinfall victory, anything like that. Hangman trying to pick up Moose. Hangman actually at a disadvantage in terms of strength in that matchup. Something we don't see a lot of blood drawn as well here from Moose on Hangman Page. But this time a counter. Not gonna let Moose do this a second time. Super kick sends Moose down to the ground. Page a very, very strong individual, but this time generally at a strength disadvantage, which I'm very, very surprised about. Referee at a count of 7. Oh, we're going to take things back inside in time. Could we see counter victory? Moose sends Page back inside at a count of 7. Both men break the count, and we're back inside that ring. Hangman Page around the back of Moose. Maybe looking for another clothesline. A third one, that will be no. Oh, looking for the exploder on Moose into the cover. Beautiful combination there by Moose. Or by Hangman. And Moose with a kick out of 2.5. Not enough to put a Moose just yet. Not enough to put him away. Looking for the third clothesline. If that third box shot connects, that's surely going to be it. That's got to be. Has Hangman Page just put away Moose in his, not debut, in his Progress debut, in his comeback. Another kick out of 2. Is this Marty's goal all over again now? 3 box shot lariats. Moose kicks out of 2 on all of them. Like not even a close 2.5 second kick out again. Just straight up a 2. Countered by Moose, a big headbutt here on Hangman Page. If he was going for that weird setup again, I don't know what he's thinking is going to happen this time around. Runs into Moose again, a kick to the midsection here by Hangman Page, but misses with that next punch, but the DDT on Moose connects. Spikes him into the mat once again. Oh, referee's checking on Moose. Referee is checking on Moose. Can we see the end of Moose in that match already? No. Referee not stopping the match. Hangman Page is not stopping either. Going for the arm of Moose now. Right arm of Moose. That is the arm he clotheslines with. So definitely smart idea here by Hangman Page. Taking some strength out of those clotheslines, possibly. Taking some force out of those. Now looking for it. No. What's that? Oh my god, that is some height on that DDT. The 4 Page pulls it back down. Cover 1. 2 kick out of 2 by Moose. By the way, do we see blood on the face of Moose? When is Moose being busted wide open? I thought Page was the one busted wide open on the outside there. How did that happen? Was that literally just when Moose snapped him face first into the mat? Sit out double chokeslam by Moose. Is that it? 1, 2. No shoulder locked or anything. A lot of freedom there on the upper body of Hangman Page to give him an easy kick. No force really needed to kick out of that one. Actual lariat. 4. GG's. What are you doing, Hangman? Pin him. What is he? Is he thinking now that the Bakshal Lariat is not enough? Maybe. I think Hangman Page is starting to doubt himself. He's starting to doubt the Bakshal Lariat. Because he's gone for 4 now, but only 4th one. After he Moose kicked out of 3. He's not going for the cover, and that might have been a mistake. I mean, sure, he might have kicked out of 3 before. Maybe they weren't enough, but surely 1 is going to be enough at one point or another. At least try to go for the cover, but not like that. Sends Moose to the outside. Hangman Page folds him up there. Beautiful headlights on the top of the arena, by the way. Another shoulder block there by Hangman Page here on Moose. Kick to the midsection, referee at a count of 2. Arm drag there by Moose. I think Hangman Page caught a bit of these steel steps there with his leg. Drop kick is blocked by Hangman Page. Moose has got him locked up again now. Can we now see a blood for Hangman Page? Because of course apparently Moose was the one busted wide open on that move. I still don't know how that worked, but hey. Surely the game knows the thing. Sends Moose towards the other corner here at ringside. I think referee at a count of 6. We've got to take things back inside the ring soon, unless we win a counter victory in that match. Hangman Page sends Moose back inside, follows that up as well, and both men are back inside that ring. Hangman Page thinking, what is it going to take to put away Moose? If the buckshot lariat is not enough, what is going to put him away? Moose trying to drag himself up with the help of the ropes. Hangman Page not going to let that happen. Sends Moose into the corner. Big clothesline in that corner again by Hangman Page. Kick to the midsection or boot to the midsection here of Moose. But can Moose hit that one clothesline? Because he's not really hit a big one so far. Could that one be the one though? Again, charging it up. Wanting the Universal to get involved here. Moose. Going after the arm of Hangman Page now. Looking to put him away. What is it going to be, Moose? What is it going to be? Is he going to be able to go for that close? Nope. Counter by a Hangman Page. I don't know if he was going for a belly to belly. Again, the exploder by Hangman Page, but a counter by Moose this time around. Turns it into a DDT on Hangman Page. Nice reversal there by Moose again. Waiting for him to get back up. Belly to belly. Clothesline. What has Moose gone? Knee to the midsection. And the lariat by Moose. Folds Hangman Page up. Drags him towards the middle. No rope break. Is that it for Moose? Has he won his debut matchup with a huge clothesline? 1, 2. He has indeed. Moose picks up a victory over Hangman Page. But a hard-fought victory that was. Hangman Page looked like he had that match against Moose many a time. Another great match for Hangman Page. He might be 2 wins, 3 losses now. But in my opinion, another great performance by Hangman Page. So, not to be underestimated there. I would never underestimate Hangman Page. Even in the losses he's had, he's looked incredibly strong. However, Moose is the one to win his debut. Wolfgang versus Keith Lee is the Progress World Championship match for the main event. And this is no holds barred by a request by Keith Lee. If we set things back a bit, Wolfgang attacked Keith Lee from behind after his win over Walter last chapter. Now, if we go even further back, Keith Lee won the world title in the main event of Chapter 1. Triple threat match, Choke Coffee, Keith Lee and Walter. And Keith Lee was the man standing tall in the end, winning that title. Then we had the Atlas Tournament in Chapter 2. In Chapter 3, we've got another big match for Keith Lee. Walter was the one to not be pinned, or was that elimination style? I'm not 100% anymore. But Walter got another chance to fight Keith Lee in a non-title match last chapter. Keith Lee won, however, making sure that Walter is not any of his problem, or is not probably in sight anymore for the time being, because of course Walter couldn't do it in the world title match. He couldn't do non-title against Keith Lee. Walter now towards the back of line as far as the Progress World title goes. After the match, however, Wolfgang, the last King of Scotland, came out, attacked Keith Lee from behind, but that was over quick for Wolfgang, because Keith Lee turned around, hit a big punch, hit that huge slam. Samoan drop set up into the front slam, and that was ushered up for Wolfgang. Fought him off nicely. Said, you know what, not like this, Wolfgang. However, was willing to give Wolfgang a match against Keith Lee here tonight. To give Keith Lee a proper chance to get some revenge on, even though it was an unsuccessful underhanded attack, to even just for the try, to make sure to set an example for the Progress roster. Wolfgang got his match, and again, as Keith Lee demanded, this is going to be no holds barred. So everything goes. Everything will be legal if anyone chooses to go for weapons, anything like that. Everything will go. But this is for the Progress World title, so Keith Lee, make sure to make this match to give Wolfgang a bit of a teaser to get in that match and not just back out again and say, like, you know what, I don't want this. Put the world title on the line. Keith Lee seemingly very, very confident in him and his ability to defend that title here tonight against Wolfgang. Will he be able to do so? We'll see. Keith Lee versus Wolfgang. Progress World title on the line. We've seen one title change here tonight. Marty Scurll capturing the United Kingdom Championship. Can we see 2 title changes in 2 title matches here tonight? Keith Lee is the champion. Wolfgang is the challenger. Got himself there in very controversial fashion. A lot of superstar backstage, I would assume, are not going to be too happy about him getting that opportunity. But if he loses it, I guess it doesn't matter, because other people are fighting the match and are trying to impress with wins over other superstars to get title shots like that. And then Wolfgang just sneaks up on Keith Lee and gets a title match for his troubles. But Keith Lee is very confident in his ability to win that matchup. Can he do that? We're going to find out within the next minutes, hours, however long this one again to take. Keith Lee, bask in his glory, Progress World Champion. So far, can he keep that belt? This is the belt on the line. The most coveted title in Progress Wrestling. The World Championship, of course, next to the Atlas title, the UK title, the tag titles, and the Progress Women's Championship. Referee rings the bell. Off we go, and a belly to belly to start things off here by Keith Lee. Wolfgang now with a backdrop driver, pulling out some big moves as well against Keith Lee. Again, everything is illegal in that match. No disqualifications and no countouts either. If or who's going to take advantage of that, we're going to see, but the opportunity is there. Big slam, similar to the slam that Keith Lee put away Wolfgang with. So was that a bit of a taunt towards Keith Lee here by Wolfgang? I'm not so sure if that is a good idea, if that was the case, or if Keith Lee is going to take it that way. I guess it doesn't matter if it was meant to be or not. Vertical suplex here by Wolfgang, and a full-on camel clutch on Keith Lee already. Tries to make the champion tap early on in that match, just seconds into that match. Keith Lee's trying, but or Wolfgang's trying, but Keith Lee fighting out of that very, very quickly. Has now got the slam on Wolfgang as well. Oh, he turns it into a vertical. Look at the strength of Keith Lee. Turns it into a vertical suplex, holds him high, and down goes the last King of Scotland. Again, a very powerful superstar himself, but nothing in comparison to Keith Lee. And my goodness, what a right hand. Sends it right out of that ring, stumbling to the outside. A huge punch by Keith Lee, and another belly to belly on the outside. I don't think Wolfgang picked a good fight here. I do not think Wolfgang picked a good fight. I would not underestimate Wolfgang in the Progress roster. I think Wolfgang has definitely got what it takes to be very successful in his rise, in his road here on Progress. But picking a fight with a champion like Keith Lee straight away, I don't know if that was a good start for Wolfgang. Nice slam there into the apron by Keith Lee. The apron, if you did not know, just in case you did not know, is the hardest part of the ring. And now Wolfgang looking for a Falcon Arrow on Keith Lee on the outside. Nice connection on that here by the last King of Scotland. Credit where credit is due. A kick to the midsection by Keith Lee. Another form misses. Wolfgang with a nice kick to counter that one. And both men still fighting on the outside. Of course, this is a singles contest. Generally speaking, that would be counted enabled, but of course this is no holds barred. We got no counts, we got no disqualifications. Everything goes. Referee is just there to break to count submissions or pinfalls, and that huge punch again taken on Wolfgang. Another form, huge punches thrown by Keith Lee. Usually more known for like slams and such, but the punches in that match have been off the charts by Keith Lee. Nice chops thrown by Wolfgang, sending down the champion. And a kick gets caught by Keith Lee, reading Wolfgang very, very nicely. And another counter by Keith Lee, though. Oh, by Wolfgang on Keith Lee, I should say. Nice arm drag takedown. Picks Keith Lee back up. Punch to the midsection of Wolfgang. Oh, by Wolfgang. And again, got Keith Lee on a lock. Into the ring post goes the champion. We've seen that ring post used earlier in that match, in the tag team match as well, to a very, very brutal extent. Not this time, not as brutal by Wolfgang, just sending him headfirst into that. Sends Keith Lee back inside now. Maybe looking for some offense on the champion again. Sends him into the top left corner. What is Wolfgang got in mind? Maybe super legs? No, just to close it into the back while he's sitting front in the corner. But a kick out of was that even one by Keith Lee? Did he even bother to stay down for a one count here against Wolfgang? Big forearm again. Sends Wolfgang away. And a huge release by Buster by Keith Lee. Pumped up already. Wolfgang trying to get back up. He's back up now. Keith Lee. Was Wolfgang? What was that by Wolfgang? I don't know, but Keith Lee sends him back over the top rope again. Maybe another... nope, not to the outside again. This time a vertical suplex back inside of that ring and drops Wolfgang on in the middle of the ring. And a knee drop across the chest of Wolfgang. Almost landing on it. Almost just keeping on there. Goes for the cover now. Could that be it? 1, 2. Kick out of 2 by Wolfgang. Not the victory just yet for the limitless Keith Lee. Gets back up. Another kick to the chest of Wolfgang. Sits him up straight. Oh my. Look at the face washes here by Keith Lee. The champion definitely. He's not going to the top rope. Keith Lee... That's a 300-pounder. We know he can move like no one's, but a moonsault by Keith Lee right on the knees of Wolfgang. That was not the best idea. I mean, he can pull it off. He's shown that there. But it's backfired against Wolfgang. Nice low clothesline. Sends Keith Lee down to the ground as well. Now Wolfgang, he's waiting for him to get back up now. Keith Lee is moving just yet. A nice kick there by Wolfgang. Wolfgang with a bit of a howl there as well. Now Keith Lee back up again and the running head scissors by Keith Lee. This is 300-pounder again. I know I've just mentioned that, but how can you do stuff like that? I do not know. Keith Lee picks Wolfgang back up once more again. That release spinebuster doesn't even go down with him on that spinebuster. Picks Wolfgang back up once more. Onto the shoulder, looking for that slam again. That front step, that is put away. Wolfgang with on the attack last chapter. 1, 2, 3. He does it again. Keith Lee puts away Wolfgang in quite dominating fashion. We've seen a little bits here and there of what Wolfgang can do. He tried to fight back, but in the end, Keith Lee, the dominating victory in that match, as you maybe would have expected, defends the Progress World title. First title defense for Keith Lee as well against Wolfgang, making an example out of the last King of Scotland. I think Keith Lee also has got some words to say to us, so let's hear what Keith Lee has got on his mind here to end off Progress Chapter 4.
I'm actually glad Wolfgang attacked me last week. Because of that, I could set things straight. Attacking me from behind will not get you any closer to this title. Wolfgang tried and he failed. And that will be what happens to anyone who tries going about it like this. I'm always here, I'm always ready to fight, even for that title if needs be. But if you want a match, come out here and tell me. But don't you try getting your hands on me and getting an advantage this way. I am the Progress World Champion for a reason, and until somebody steps up that is worthy and that is good enough to truly challenge me for this belt, you can all bask in my glory.
Big win there for Keith Lee, defending the world title against Wolfgang. Messages sent by the champion as well, and that will be the end of Progress Chapter 4 of PROGRESSmas. Keith Lee defending that world title, and the end of episode 172 with that.